Your daily
Yeah, hey everybody, it's the program. Here we are on TV once again.
Once a day,
every day.
We start turning on the machines.
And then we start talking.
And we don't stop.
We're going to be here for an hour.
Yeah, that's true.
Today is Monday. It's not Sunday?
No, it's not Sunday.
What happened on Sunday?
I'm not sure, but this is Medical Experimentation Day.
Minor Medical Operations Day.
Yeah, minor medical operations.
To me, it really feels like a Sunday. I think it's because I had a day off.
Furniture polish, that's right.
Furniture polishing
There
day,
we
that was
go.
yesterday.
Found it.
Yesterday was furniture polishing. Today
I found it.
is minor medical operations.
Blah, blah, blah. Hello? Hello?
Hello, hi Dan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Woo! 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 Woo!
I think the last time Dan was here was a week ago.
Woo!
Last Monday.
Woo!
How has your week been here, Dan?
It's been all right. It's been all right. Okay, I don't know which mic this is.
We can hear you.
Oh, it's this one. Right there. There we go. Okay.
Have you seen anything on the streets on the last week here?
Snake. I saw a snake.
Oh yeah, what kind of snake?
Well, I thought it was a garter snake at first, but it was red.
Gardener.
It had red
Not
garter.
Garter, like a belt?
Garter. Yeah, like a belt.
There's garter snakes and Gartner snakes, huh?
Well, I don't know about gardener snakes. That's what I've always called them.
Gardener snakes are the regular snakes that you find in the...
Yeah. Yeah, and they're the official term, I looked them up, is garter.
Not gardener.
Correct.
Everybody calls them gardener.
Yeah, because that's kind of what it sounds like. But as near as I can tell, there may be gardener snakes, but the term I found, the most common one was garter. Garter snakes. Yes.
It might be a mispronunciation, which everything you know is wrong.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but oops. There we go. Yipsy.
Don't touch buttons you don't need to touch, Dan.
Yeah. Well, that's always the plan, right?
Yeah. Oh well.
Are you eating a big block of vegan cheese?
Yes.
Can I try a bite? Just rip off a piece.
Is it vegan cheese? What's in it? What's in vegan cheese instead of dairy?
It's soy. It's cultured soy.
Oh, culture, like tofu cheese, huh? Was it like salty tofu?
It's mozzarella.
A little fake mozzarella.
You know, it has it reminds me of like processed cheese that you put on your sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could bore myself in reading labels, but we're not supposed to read maybe anything. We're supposed to...
No, you can say what it is you're eating. You can read the label.
Well, if we read this...
buy this substance, blah, blah, blah. You just can't do that.
Well, one of the policies here on the program is that we're not supposed to fire up the Google machine.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
The what machine?
Yeah,
Google.
stay off the internet. You gotta use your own wits. You can't rely on the information superhighway.
So, if
It has a nice texture. Is it expensive?
99 cents at grocery outlet.
Really?
Really.
Go check it
Oh,
out.
man.
This is like 8 ounces, and the cheese that they usually have for $1.99 is now like $2. It's like $2.49 or $2.29 or something. So when you have something that is like 99 cents for 8 ounces, and you got, something else that's 8 ounces, and it's like $2.50 or whatever. What are you gonna do? What are you might say I think I will try that 99-cent thing just to see how it works. And if it doesn't work,
it's a gamble, right? You're
you're
gambling.
right. You're
buying a
gambling.
thing. Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, mix it in with pasta and whatever else. Just so that you can make good on your investment in buying something that was foreign that you didn't know whether or not it would be good once you eat it.
Yeah.
But
I don't generally take food purchase risks that I haven't tried before. I don't generally make those kinds of financial risks with anything over $5.
Yeah, you don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah. $1, sure. $2, yeah. 3, 4. If odds are looking good that it's okay, I'll try it. Usually, if it's a cheese that I can eat and it's $3, I've never had it before. Oh yeah, I'll do it.
yeah, so this is my dinner right now, and it's what 9 o'clock at night. Oh,
What the what?
Well, it's 9 o'clock.
Is that right? I thought it was
Dinner
closer
time.
to 10. Because I got here after 9, so I would say it's quarter to 10 here.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
9:30, 9:44.
Yeah.
It's still, it's a little bit late for some people to having dinner, but oh well.
Yeah, so it's minor operations day.
That's right.
I got
True.
I got my tonsils out when I was 23?
How was that?
How about
23,
that?
24? Yeah, it was awful.
How did you know you needed to get them out?
Oh, I kept getting tonsillitis, where, and I would have to take antibiotics every time. My tonsils would get swollen and sore. I would get these infections. I would cough up nasty, and you could see them. The doctor that looked at them, he said my tonsils were cryptic. And I'm like, ooh. Yeah, it's like I had no idea what that meant. What it means is that your tonsils, normally they're smooth and round, right? They're like two little balls. little pink balls. And normally when they're healthy, they're smooth and round. But mine had little pock marks in them. Had little crevices and little wrinkles and stuff from all these many infections that I'd had, many tonsillitises. And he's like, yeah, they got to come out. So they gave me a shot that was supposed to knock me out somewhat, but I was partly conscious through it, and I remember the experience, and it was pretty traumatic because here this person is reaching down in my throat, and I felt them snip them. And it didn't hurt, but I'm like, yeah, and I kept choking. I kept choking on them and coughing up blood, and
Oh wow.
yeah, it was an unfun process, but I've been good ever since.
Well, I have a joke about having cryptic tonsils.
Okay.
Did they need to decipher it with some sort of like code or,
It was mysterious.
Yeah.
That is all. It was a mysterious event. It was a mystery how they came to be cryptic.
You get phantom tonsils?
Yep,
yeah.
tonsils.
Yeah, and I asked them, hey, can I take them home? And they're like, nope.
And code written in lemon juice or something.
What is a tonsil? It's a little square of flesh, right?
They're round. They're small. They're like two little marbles, large steely marbles. They're really not much bigger than grapes, actually. Grapes would be a good size comparison, and they're nestled in the back of your throat. You can see them. Anyone that has tonsils, they go like this, and they're up high and in the back, and they sample food coming in. They sample all kinds of stuff. They look at it, and they alert the immune system if you've eaten any poison, nasty or something like that. But there's a point at which, for some people, they're just not happy. Nope, not happy at all. Mine weren't. So I got them out when I was 23, 24 or something. And,
Do you have any negative effects from not having tonsils? Like when you eat more poison stuff and don't know about it?
Possibly. Possibly. I don't know. I just know that they sample. They sample foods that go down your throat and stuff. Okay, we got to pick a number.
Yeah, it's time for the desk game. We're going to get out of the pen here. We're right now down our hands between 1 and 6. We're going to try to really take the future.
We all got to pick a number. Do we got a
Gotta
pen floating
visualize
around,
the
or we
future.
got
No,
to
we gotta
stand
use
up
one
and
in the
use this?
sky.
Okay, the sky pen. Wait, here's a pen.
Oh, good.
Wait, no, that's a pencil.
Oh, pencil.
That's
Pencil's
no
not
good.
going to work.
That's no good.
I have a number. I'm having a hard time writing down my number. I did it though. I think so. You can kind of see. You know what that is? I didn't really write it all the way. Can you tell? What do you think that is?
5.
It is. Okay, good. It's validated. It's not quite really a good 5, but it's at least a 5 enough for Carl to read. So what happens here? I got to get the thing going. We're going to roll the dice. We're going to get the thing going. Here we go. I'm opening up the thing. I'm going to load
Roll
up
the
the system.
dice, roll
I'm
the
gonna load up the system
dice.
so we can look at the thing.
Oh yeah, and do the drum roll stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have that thing plugged in somewhere?
Yeah, it should be, unless it's unplugged. Is it still plugged in? No, it came unplugged.
Uh-oh, where is it? Okay.
You want me to hold the camera?
I'm alright.
I'm getting the thing going.
Okay. Roll the dice, roll the dice. Dice is coming, we're rolling the dice.
Here it goes.
You ready?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
it's going, loading up, and here it goes. Oh, we gotta get the
Any
sound. We
minute.
gotta get this thing plugged into this thing right here. Okay. I
One.
lost.
One. Oh, I was robbed.
Anybody win?
I was robbed and cheated. What number do you pick?
We were all robbed.
Oh,
Everybody lost. I don't know if we were robbed, but
It's,
we lost.
program robbery. Yeah,
I feel
check that there.
not robbed. I just don't think we won. Just because you don't.
I like to say robbed because, it serves my sense
Rob's
of
when-
injustice.
Rob is when you get cheated out of something, and I think
Yeah,
this
I
was a
was
valid
totally
part of the
cheated.
game.
Totally cheated. Ugh.
I think it was a valid part of the game. We didn't get robbed.
Well, I came really close. I came really close to that.
To getting
It's up to
robbed.
you to do the math at home at what
What'd you
number I
pick?
have.
2. That's what I think you picked.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny picked a 5. I picked a 3. Yeah, you were closest, Carl.
You got any science news?
Did I talk about this comet that is going to graze Mars?
No,
Swing by Mars this Halloween? Have I
No.
talked about that?
I don't
No,
think so.
talk about it.
All right.
Lose consciousness.
Okay. Yeah, don't lose consciousness. You know,
Well-
it might be the first time that Kenny loses consciousness on the program.
It's all right because he has a migraine.
Yeah. And he's been doing it straight up for 4 years now. Hasn't missed a day.
Well, every now and then. Anyway,
Well, I haven't lost consciousness yet, but let's hear about the science stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this Halloween, the Earth will be here, Mars will be there, and there is a comet that is flying through the solar system, and it's going to come very, very, very close to Mars. Very close. I'm trying to remember the distance, but it's about double the distance of the geosynchronous satellites that go by Earth. And in miles, it's 26,000 miles. Kilometers is close to 40,000 kilometers, something like that. And so this is like 80,000 kilometers or something, 100,000 kilometers, something like that. This comet is going by Earth, the comet is going by Mars closer to Mars than the moon is to the Earth. So it's relatively close. It's really, really close. They thought for a long time that it would actually hit Mars, but after observations and calculating of its orbital path and where it will be at this particular moment and where Mars will be at this other particular moment, it's going to come very close. Now, this comet is going to be on the inside of the orbital path of Mars. And as you know, comets have a tail. And this tail is pushed away from the direction of the sun. The pressure of light itself leaving the sun is slight pressure, and the solar wind is also pressure. So this the tail of the comet is going to sweep Mars. The tail itself is going to just cover Mars with the tail. And this is a tail that's 100,000 miles long, 150,000 kilometers long, and at least 50,000 kilometers wide, and it's a big old tail. So Mars is going to get dusted or swept by the tail of a comet. And comets have two primary ingredients. One is water, steam. Steam comes off comets. All of the icy bodies beyond the asteroid belt are primarily icy, lots of ice, except for the gas giants. They're like hydrogen and helium and methane and whatnot and that sort of thing. But all their moons, they're mostly made of ice. And the ice is water ice. And that's what comets are made out of. And, they have other things in them, but they're primarily water ice. And so Mars is a rather dry planet on the surface. There's a little bit of water in the atmosphere, not very much. It's all kind of frozen at the poles, in the north and south poles.
Right.
But what is going to happen is this tail is going to moisten the upper atmosphere. Now, what is really cool is that right now we have a rover, the Curiosity rover, and I think Opportunity is still functioning. They have great cameras, and they're going to watch as this comet comes really close to Mars and sweeps across the horizon as it goes by, so close. And we have two probes that are orbiting Mars right now. We have the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, and there's one from Europe. I forget the name of it. But these are satellites that are orbiting Mars, and they have great cameras and all kinds of sensors and probes and stuff. And so they're going to be really up close and personal as this comet tail sweeps Mars. Now, if the dust tail were going to sweep Mars, then that would be very dangerous for the satellites, because this is, a million tons of gravel traveling in the direction of our satellites, and just one single little tiny speck, little grain of dust coming off this comet, it just hits the probe and takes the probe out like a bullet. So that would not be good.
Yeah. How come the gas planets are not frozen solid?
Well, for one thing, there's two processes that warm them up. Their initial formation, the swirling of the gas that formed these planets in the first place, these swirling gas collected and coalesced and crushed and compressed and crushed and compressed, and that generated a huge amount of heat.
Yeah, you can see that the swirly mass in Jupiter, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jupiter has so many swirling eddies, it's not even funny.
Yeah. And then another thing that generates heat within a planet is moons. Because the moons, as they orbit, exert a tiny little gravitational pull. They're literally pulling the planet a little bit towards the moon as it goes around. And so as these moons go around, it's like taking putty and squishing it up just a little bit.
It's info time.
Info time.
Let's
Okay,
get
Carl.
into it.
Take it, Carl. Do
I'll
us
try.
proud. Do us proud.
Here are answers to some frequently asked questions about the program you're watching right now. It's called Your Daily Hour with Me. It's a call-in television talk show that's on the radio, that's recorded right here in Thurston County every day, 7 days a week, every day of the year. It airs every night at Channel 22 at 11:30 p.m. and low power AM or FM at 2 a.m. Each episode airs a week after it was taped. So if you're watching this on TV at 11:30 p.m., this episode taped of the same weekday of the previous week. If you're watching this at 2 a.m., this episode taped the same day of the month of the previous year. You can also watch any episode of the program at youtube.com. Anyone can on the program, especially we rely on the comedian for content, so give us a call. This number, leave a message. We'll call you back on the next episode. Thanks for watching, and now back to the program.
Back to the program.
Which the number is 836-4384.
Yeah, I know that whole text that goes by so fast. It's almost impossible to read it and speak it legibly.
But you know, I've been
You've been doing it for a long time.
I've memorized this is one of the benefits of Kenny relying on my phone to have a hotspot. I get to read that every single week or every single day, and sometimes I'm really good with it, and I don't flub up until the low power FM bit comes up.
Yeah.
And then it's like.
So anyway, a planet, just like the Earth, the moon, the gravity of the moon causes the guts of the Earth to flex slightly as it goes around. And this constant flexing generates heat. And also, when a planet or a star, any large body that collapses, spin is generated. The linear momentum is transferred, and it becomes circular momentum. It just kind of, that's what drains happen. Instead of the water going straight down, ends up doing a swirl. Mm-hmm. So the motion is kind of translated into kind of a different kind of motion. And no energy is lost, but...
Yeah, and so there's friction there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of friction. So Jupiter, we know, is very hot inside. It is believed that Saturn is cold. That Saturn is not hot. It's not a heated body on the inside. I doubt that, but...
What can explain this temperature differential
of
between Jupiter and Saturn?
Saturn just doesn't give off the heat that Jupiter does. Jupiter gives off massive amounts of heat.
Is it because Jupiter has many more moons circulating?
It has 4 gigantinormous moons. The 4 big ones are Io,
right,
Europa,
mm-hmm.
Ganymede, and Callisto, in that order of distance.
And so these play a potential role in creating heat for the planet?
Yeah, because they have a little bit of pull. Now, granted, these moons, the pull of gravity of these little moons as compared to Jupiter are much, much, much less than, say, the pull of gravity of our moon, the Earth's moon, on the Earth and vice versa.
Right.
It would be comparatively, it would be... Oh, I don't know. It wouldn't be big at all if we were doing a comparison, the size and mass ratio comparison of one of Jupiter's moons compared to the size and mass of Jupiter. And how big would a moon have to be going around the Earth to have the same ratio, to have the same size and density or mass comparison? And it would be small. It wouldn't be big at all. And so a tiny, tiny little moon like that orbiting the Earth wouldn't really do a whole lot. It wouldn't cause the tides like we're used to, and it wouldn't cause it wouldn't do much at all.
Would there be more of an impact if we had many moons on the scale of
if the Earth had a bunch of moons?
Yeah. Yeah, would the if Earth had a bunch of moons, would there be some sort of like dramatic, larger tides or whatever else that the moon plays a role on planet Earth right now to get that kind of heat generated in Jupiter?
Well, if we had a second moon,
Yeah.
it would have to be quite a bit further away than our current moon, than the moon, Luna.
Uh-huh.
Right? It would have to be quite a bit further out and probably smaller, because Luna is fairly big in relationship to the planet. I think
Yeah.
it's the biggest ratio of all the planets in the solar system,
Well, no,
where
that's
the
true.
planet has a moon of similar size or whatever. Pluto and Chiron are considered a double dwarf planet. That the center of gravity is outside of Pluto, and so they're kind of orbiting each other
Right.
more than Chiron is orbiting Pluto. So it's kind of a different dynamic. But the size difference, like Chiron is half the size of Pluto, and it's orbiting it. So yeah, it would have to be fairly small so it didn't perturb our Earth's moon's orbit, so it didn't perturb Luna's orbit, because I'm calling it Luna, so you know it's our moon, right? Lunatic, lunacy, I don't know, whatever.
Lunar calendar.
Yeah. So Luna. Yeah, thank you, Kenny. So this, whatever the second one, it have to be quite a ways out so that the moon passing in front of it wouldn't mess up its orbit very much. And we did for a while. When the Earth first formed, it was just the Earth. And then a Mars-sized body struck the Earth. And we
Yes.
had a ring of debris that slowly coalesced into the moon, and another moon, a second moon. And a second moon, quite a bit smaller than our moon, formed, and it eventually collided with the moon afterwards.
Right. Yeah. No. I remember that there was some sort of like astronomy magazine. Maybe it was called Astronomy. That my dad had with this picture of a ring around planet Earth of maybe a couple of hundred years or maybe a million year or whatever after the impact. You also had a painting of this Mars-sized planet hitting Earth,
Yeah.
which was to itself was an interesting illustration. But you had like all these different rings and whatnot, like the gathering of what was that?
That was my phone. I just
Oh.
got a message.
Fair enough.
Please continue. Good. Good deal.
You under. Oh man, no, you're not going to get me off this train of thought now. Because of the planet-sized, the Mars-sized planet that impacted Earth to create the moon, it's obvious that the moon is like a byproduct of this impact event. But I don't know that any of the other moons, like Pluto and Chiron, for example,
Yeah.
I think they're just like restretched asteroids. Or like is Io was Io and native to Jupiter, or was it
Most likely.
actually? Oh,
The moons of Mars are captured asteroids. They don't fit the chemical. There we go. The moons of Mars don't fit the chemical composition of Mars. They're different. They fit the same chemical composition as other asteroids. So there's that. There is Neptune? Yeah. Neptune has a moon that's going the wrong direction. It's going retrograde. Yay!
Where is it?
I got a 3. Yay! I'm a winner. Yay! I've got 500 points.
5? No 5s?
No. Another
Oh,
1 and a 3. So there's 2 1s and a 3 right now.
Here's Bird.
Oh, is he picked number 1?
No, Bird left a message.
Oh.
Let's hear it. Bird, what you got to say today? Hey, it's me, Bird. I'm leaving you a message. I'm looking at boats. I'm looking at trains. I don't like coal trains. Maybe that's what he's gonna say.
you transcribing his message?
Hey, how you doing? This is Bird.
Oh,
Really beautiful weather today, I thought.
yeah, it was.
And how's the program going? Well, I hope it's going as well as this beautiful weather that we've been having.
Weather.
How long do you think it'll last?
It was the weather.
Whether or not it lasts is beside the point.
Well, have a good day.
How about that weather?
Thanks.
Something everybody has in common.
Yeah, the weather.
Hey, did you see that weather today? It was there.
Do you like that joke? Whether or not it lasts is beside the point. Let's enjoy it right now.
Oh, jokes.
So, is Neptune and Uranus have captured asteroids, or are they native to the planet?
Oh,
Or-
I think Neptune, they're pretty sure it's got a captured comet.
Oh,
A small captured comet.
A
I think it might
captured
be
comet?
Hyperion. Yeah. Well, out
Wow.
by Neptune, everything is ice. It's mostly ice, and comets are made out of primarily ice, with dust sprinkled in between things.
yeah, I kind of didn't foresee that happening.
Huh? Well, our solar system has what is called.
Hello,
Bird, how's it going?
Hey, Bird.
Carl.
We're on
Is that
TV.
Carl?
The radio. How you doing today?
Hey, Dan. Good. How are you doing?
How's it going,
Oh,
Bird?
good.
Great.
So, what you doing right now?
Fantastic. Living life.
What are you doing right now? What was the
Trying-
temperature? What
Olympia,
did
Washington. Just doing my best to be myself. I'm in the South Puget Sound region.
Oh, cool.
Me too.
And yeah. Y'all are in the studio. How's the program going?
All right. We're doing fine here.
Yeah.
Some
How are
of
the
us are a
people
little
out
bit
there
more
in TV
tired than
land?
others.
You seen anything on the streets?
People, how are you doing?
You seen anything on
Lots
the streets?
of the roads are kind of falling apart. I've seen some haze, big
What do you mean the
clouds.
roads are falling apart?
What kind of roads are falling
Yeah.
apart?
So what? Just the city streets mainly,
Oh,
and probably the interstates too.
Something specific or just in general?
Well, I mean, I guess in specific, I would look at State Avenue on the east side. It's pretty bad.
yeah.
And downtown, the streets downtown.
Yeah, it's time for some people to
Need a
get
fixin'.
some asphalt and tar and whatnot, I guess.
Yeah, and I wonder why there aren't any affordable, good all electric vehicles on the market. And I wonder why the
Tesla.
cars in Europe get so much better fuel economy than the ones in North America.
Well,
Because we suck.
I kind of know the answer to that question. The New Jersey governor has kind of been a thorn in the side of Tesla Motors because he doesn't. Or
He is an awful human being.
well, yeah, but
Christie?
right, either because of his donors or because his own personal stance, he wants to have Tesla not perform as well as it could be.
Yep.
And so he's trying to take out, the middleman or whatever the design of vehicle sales and distribution, whatever that looks like.
Yeah. He has made efforts to make it difficult for that company not only to build their cars, but also to sell their cars and for places where the car can be plugged in, because the cars are fully electric. If I win the lottery, I'm totally buying a Tesla. Also, I like Tesla, the historic dude. I think he was great.
Oh yeah. What I know about him, he was like he wanted to make free energy.
Yep.
And the powers that be, like the Rockefellers or whatnot, didn't
Edison.
Edison.
Edison was his nemesis.
And it was kind of like almost like Shakespearean almost.
Yeah.
From what I can read about historical context, it was like of the Cain and Abel or something like that.
Yeah. Tesla got together with, I think it was General Electric, and there was a competition to light a series of streets, I think in New York or Detroit or Chicago or something like that. And Edison was trying to do DC power, and they wanted, but it wasn't very stable. There were surges. It wasn't consistent electricity. And Tesla came up with DC, alternating current, or AC, alternating current, and it was stable, and it delivered steady current at a regular rate. And so that's where we got AC, Tesla, because he was a genius, man. He also invented all kinds of other stuff. And his idea, if I understand it correctly, is you build an apparatus with a gajillion copper wraps, and the Earth's magnetic field and incendiary light produces current in it, and it literally, you just build one of these things and it gathers ambient energy from the Earth and the sun, and it generates current.
So all you need to do is wrap something with a whole bunch of copper wire.
Well, a million wraps of wire up a big old tube.
Right. But that you could light several hundred light bulbs with this, or
Yeah. City block.
man.
Yeah. But his inventions twice were completely destroyed. Mystery barn fires, mystery thefts, and destruction that got his stuff. It was really weird. He had terrible luck as far as his stuff being sabotaged or destroyed.
They went after him because he was a talented guy?
Yeah. He threatened he threatened the captains of industry, and when you do that, they shut you down harshly, violently.
And they
might not kill you.
They like having whatever power
ya
they can
and
find
beat you up.
for themselves.
Yeah.
But what's not to have keep us from creating those same sort of structures of ourselves? you know, if we need
People do it. But copper wire is very expensive, and you need tons and tons and tons of prop. People, the designs that we have.
it's time for the commercial.
Messages. We'll be right back.
New Moon Cafe.
Dan Soley Dance. Dan Soley Dance. Live TV dance party. First Friday
It's all
of
right.
each month.
Everyone
8
gets a
p.m.
migraine.
to 9 p.m. TCTV Studio A. 440 Yager Way. Oh yeah.
Brandon Stewart Limited, Private Memories, the Skrill Meadow album, 2014.
Yeah, we love you anyway.
Private Memories.
You know, I have a whole bunch of Mondays
Double
off.
back.
Most of them. I have Mondays off. Shoot the program earlier.
Private Memories,
That way
Skrill
we can
Meadow,
get
available at these fine retailers.
Old Meadow.
Coming up tonight or tomorrow on the program at 11:30 p.m.
Airplane wings.
Dang.
Hey,
Chopsticks up your nose day.
I'm trying to get this chopstick or this floss into my nose, into my mouth.
Yeah.
Into the nose, out the mouth.
How's that for a good
It's not
commercial?
working out too well though.
Yeah.
So
Tune
far.
in and find out if we ever succeed at this.
11:30 and 2 a.m. on TCTV channel 22.
Yeah.
To be determined. Tesla. Welcome back. Man,
We're back. Did you have a good break? Did you use the restroom? Did you eat a snack?
I'm really
I ate
impressed.
some snacks.
I'm really impressed that, you know, the program is like 75% gone right now. It's like, what did we talk about?
We just used it right the hell up, didn't we?
Moving through time.
Yeah, we just used it the hell up. Yeah.
Bird, you still there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome.
Hello. How are you doing? Are you doing well?
Yeah, well, I think we're all getting. I'm gonna try to speak about more of myself in this statement, but I'm about as tired as the other two people on this couch are, in one degree or another. Yeah.
We got another message. You want to hear this message, Bird?
We are human.
Sure.
From Carl's friend Joe.
Oh, how about that?
Let's hear it.
Can I get up your calendar? Got any spots?
On the
I want to
calendar.
come hang out in the studio.
Calendar's over there.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're finding the calendar.
Hey, can you sign me up?
Yeah.
Hi, the program. This is Joe Reilly, Carl's friend from Board Game Afternoon. I'm calling first for a bit of business. Carl, I was planning on going this Wednesday, so not the Wednesday that after this airs, but the Wednesday when you're recording. I'm planning to go to Evergreen and get some petitions signed, or to try to get people to sign a petition to save the LBA Woods. The goal is to get 5,000 by June 11th, 5,000 signatures. And I was wondering if you wanted to walk over there and help me, because I could use company. It's yeah, so there's that. You can give me a call back. I think my number should be on the computer there, but don't call me right now. But you could record my number off the computer and call me at a more amicable hour to me. And then a topic, why do you think people do the things they do? Why do you think people make the decisions they make, and what causes people to do what they do? I hope you're all having a great time, and I hope you have the program. Goodbye. Don't call me
Bye,
back.
Joe.
Bye, Joe. I guess maybe
Hey, Joe.
Bird, what day of the week do you want to get on?
Yeah, Bird.
Maybe Wednesday or Saturday.
Wednesday or
I
Saturday?
think those days are open.
Like Saturday the
Can you read
14th?
Whatever you want.
So Wednesday doesn't look like there's any guests scheduled for Wednesday, or Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday.
How about
Oh yeah,
Wednesday?
that's right. Tomorrow's ginger ale.
Wednesday? Okay.
Or not tomorrow.
Is that ginger?
Tomorrow is chopstick up your nose.
Chopsticks. But it looks like there's someone.
Mr. Ginsu. But Mr.
Okay, so you want to do Wednesday, Bird?
Yes.
Okay.
That would
that's
have
okay.
to be.
You got a time that you prefer?
That would have to be around 10.
10 p.m.
Because Kenny
Okay.
and I are both working on that day.
Okay, you're literally penciled in on the calendar. Literally.
Sweet. Thank you.
Wednesday, 10 p.m. Okay.
So
Awesome.
let's go to Joe's question, which is I think understanding why people do what they do. I think that would be like societal conditioning or whatever. What do you
It's a
think?
combination thing. It's not just one thing. I mean, some things I do are simply whim-based decision. Oh, I think I'll just do this, right?
Yeah.
Whim-based, and that's a percentage. Some things I plan out. I'm going to go to work,
Yes.
and I'm motivated because I want money, and it's something to do, and I like my work. So
What
so-
about the knee-jerk things that Joe could be talking about?
reaction,
like-
there are reaction things. I will do many
Yeah.
things. I'm simply reacting to something that's happened to me, and then there are other things where I just do it. I don't know why I do it. I just
Right.
do a thing.
And how would you like quantify, like how would you be able to understand, like, you know, you're doing something out of a reactionary basis?
You'd literally have to be super introspective, and every time you make even a minor decision, you'd have to look at it and figure out whether that was a whim-based decision, a reaction, a plan, something you planned ahead, or there's no rhyme or reason to it. You just did it,
Mm-hmm.
right? You zigged
Yeah.
when you could have zagged, but you zigged for unknown reason. You don't know why.
Right.
You know, and then there's other ones where you're made to do a thing. You're kind of forced. You're compelled to do a thing.
Right.
Driving might be one of those. I mean, if you don't drive on the right side of the road, you will crash and die with another car that is expecting you to drive on the right side of the road, right? And it's not like we're compelled or forced, but we follow certain rules because, well, we don't want to die
I'm
or
looking.
kill anyone else.
I'm looking at my secondary phone right now. I have two phones. Don't ask. Ask me again.
We'll
in
ask
the-
you. I'll ask you next Monday if you're here.
What
Why, Carl?
the basis
Why?
of
Why?
having two phones is, but
I have two
right
phones.
now.
It's okay.
Well,
I understand.
Anyway, so I got the calendar in front of me, and I was able to visually see how long it took me to do the comedy routine things at Evergreen State College. On April 18th, I got the terrible news about Jennifer. 2 weeks later, I found myself going to Evergreen State College that Friday, May 2nd, and May 3rd, and then again on May 9th. Now, at my May 9th, which also is a Friday, I heard that, you know, they are accepting people from outside of the college to kind of work with them, and so by
Doing
May,
what?
With it, at improv comedy workshops by May 12th. May 12th, I started doing improv comedy workshops full time. You know, just like going to them whenever they happen. You know,
What
just,
else? What else do you do? Everyone stands around and tells jokes, or
well, like you go through exercises or whatever, or you're, you know, kind of like forced on the spot in one degree or another, and you kind of have to use your imagination and your mind, and you have to riff on the spot, and it's a beautiful challenge to kind of use both hemispheres of your brain. But my need to look at the calendar was well, let's do the dice, and then I'll get back into.
Yeah, it's time for the final dice game.
Let's do the dice, baby, baby.
Here we go. We're gonna try to roll the dice. Who's in the lead?
Drum roll. I am currently the winner right now. I'm the leader.
Dice?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's rolled all of the dice. Oh, am I gonna win some more? Am I? I won a 3. Give me 3. Holy crap! I got 2 more 3s. I got 3 3s.
You're the big winner today.
Oh, but there's a 2. Carl won 1.
Well, you have 500 points though, and Carl, so you were the winner.
Yeah, I have.
Way to go.
I have 1,500 points.
Way to go, you get applause.
I won the prize. The
Winning
prize.
is the prize in itself.
Yes, it is. The winning is the prize. I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy. I want to bear all your children.
How how do you like unwind your mind to kind of act in an improvic way, or like to free your mind of conditioning? What is it that again, you did answer this earlier, like naming a whole sort of reasons, but what is it? Why what someone does what they do? Like we had elections at a comedy workshop today at Evergreen State College, and for the decision makers to be given position for the next school year, and this is all a dynamic, organic process. But how does what forces people to do what they do, or how do people act on the spot in a dynamic way? Can you answer that question? Or
well, see, when someone asks why do people do what they do, to me that is a really, really wide sweeping question, and the answer isn't simple. And it's to me, it's like asking, why is the universe? Right? It's a huge question, and the answer is complex. There's no single one thing that you could say, oh, it's because of this, right?
Why does the universe force rose-colored glasses on my face?
Yeah, why? Why that then, right? Yeah. So why
not blue-colored glasses?
I mean, then there's the whole nature and nurture thing, right?
Yeah.
I am going to respond to X stimuli in a particular way, and part of that reaction is nature. I'm kind of wired that way. My genes kind of dictate that I respond. And then there's nurture, all the learned behavior that I've had for the last 50 years, right? Determines kind of how I respond. And it might be more nature than nurture. It might be more nurture than nature. It could be habsies. That I respond in a particular way. If that lamp started on fire, right? My training and experience would inform me what to do. I would try and put it out. My instincts, my nature says, run away! Run away, get out of there, the thing's on fire. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's nature or nurture that would motivate me to try and help you guys either help put it out or get the hell out before the barn or the garage burns down, something like that.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know if my desire for you guys not to be hurt, I don't know if that is learned or if it is wired within me. I don't know. I don't know if I can know.
I think people are a group species, so they look out for each other.
Yeah. More nature.
If the group fails, then everybody fails.
Yeah, pretty much. Even our ancestors, the early apes, They're all group
This
creatures.
reminds me of I saw an article and somebody said if homosexuals don't have children, then how did they end up existing in evolution? And I heard the answer to that is that they are contributing members to the community.
Yeah.
So that they help the community, so that if there is homosexuals in the community, then they don't just die off. It's because they're contributing. So it is actually part of a genetic thing, and just because they're not having the kids themselves, the other people who are having more homosexual children, they add to the community. So it's there's with group dynamics like that, there's a different evolutionary style.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's really, really interesting. I thought about that at one point. It's like, okay, if gay men are not siring children because they're not having sex with women, which is not necessarily true, because they try and fit in, they get married, they have a couple kids, but they're really, really, they're really gay. But if gay men in particular don't have children, then whatever genetic component that creates or contributes to a gay man, then technically there should be fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer. Same with a lesbian, right? She's with women. She doesn't produce children because she's not with a man. Technically, if that continued for 1,000 years, whatever genetic components that create a lesbian, a gay woman, right? Technically, it should die out, but that's not the case at all.
Yeah.
It's because of the group. It's a group evolution. It's no longer evolution within individuals. It's evolution with the group.
Sociological evolution.
Evolution within the family.
Yeah.
Bird, we got
Bird, are you still there?
We got about a minute left to go.
Is he even still? Bird, are you still on the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you've been there the whole time.
Oh my God, you're still on the phone. How you doing?
It's the shot clock
Doing
is
well,
at
thank
24
you.
minutes now.
Wow.
We only have a few minutes left.
Yeah, and a few minutes left. So, do you got anything else you want to?
Yeah. You've been listening all quietly and stuff. You should. Hey, did you pick a number for the dice roll, Bird?
Give me a 4.
Did we play the Final Dice game yet?
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Oh, well,
and
then-
He did not pick a
Doesn't
winner,
matter.
so
it's still you.
yeah. I am still champion of this evening. Monday night,
Charlie,
I
yeah.
am champion.
Flex those muscles, Hans or Franz.
How's that? Can you see
Take
him?
a
Yeah.
hammer to
I don't
the
know if you can
fossil
see him or
fuel
not.
industry.
What? What?
What, you love fossil fuels, Bird? You support the fossil fuel industry? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, somebody's got to take a hammer to them. Gavel.
You support them? You want people to keep fracking?
No, he doesn't want them to keep
You
fracking.
like fracking, Bird?
Lay down the law.
Bird,
Bring down the law.
you love fracking?
No, no.
Hey, look,
Saw
it's the end of the
another,
program.
It's the end of
saw
the
another oil train.
Well, we made it through the program without dying.
And most of us remained conscious.
Thanks, Bird. Thanks, Carl. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for being here today.
Hey, I love migraines too. Don't get me wrong.
Thanks, anybody else? I think it was just Bird, right? That's the only message we got.
Yeah, thank you, Bird.
Yep.
We didn't call McDonald's.
Hey.
And
We didn't call
Well,
Freddie
thank
the
you,
producer.
Science, for making up the bulk of the program today.
Thank you,
thank you, Minor Medical Operations.
Oh, yeah.
You
I forgot to tell
people,
you about the surgery I had on my ass.
We heard
No,
all
you
about that.
didn't.
Roy, right? Remember Roy?
We might hear about
Roy,
that
yes,
next
I-
all about
Monday.
that back at the time.
Oh, yeah. A couple of years ago, I talked about Roy. I
Oh,
have
boy.
a scar. I gave him a name. Roy.
Oh boy.
But that's all I'm going to say. You'll just have to go back and watch the previous episode to find out about that.
Well, I'm glad that there's a shot clock on the screen now. Makes me so happy.
Yes. Thank you for watching the program. You were delicious.
Episode number and date.
We loved you.
TV
Wait,
22 and Blades of Grass.
I loved you.
11:30 p.m. and 2 a.m.
I loved that you listened to me.
YDHWM, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
I'm all happy and crap.
836-4384. 360. Call the number.
I'm so happy. I'm jiggling right now.
You want to be on the crew? I know you want to.
I'm jiggling with thrill.
UFBI, TCTV.
Yes.
Jordy E. Fabulous. Yo, Psychophiline. Oh, Washington
Now I'm
State.
so
Thurston
excited.
County. And viewers like you.
I'm going to
Oh, God.
fart any minute.
Oh, man. Bye, Charlie. You're a beautiful dog.